Did you know that the first mention of birthday parties come from the ancient Egypt? It started with big celebration parties for the pharaoh's birth as a god. The ancient Greeks did the same for their gods, and they are the ones responsible for the tradition of lighted candles on cakes. Many things happened throughout the centuries before birthday parties became as we know them today. It started as a religious event, then at some point the church tried to extinct it because it considered to be a pagan tradition. For a long time, this was something concentrated on the royalty or the nobility, and then, of course, the men. It was only later that birthday parties started happening for women and becoming more popular, informal, and an accessible tradition for less fortunate people in the world, largely due to the Industrial Revolution. Now, what does this have to do with my birthday? Well, I tend to reflect a lot about life in general and about why I do the things that I do. And sometimes I find myself realizing that I was doing something that I didn't even like. That was my realization about birthday parties. As a child, I felt like I should have them, and my parents made everything in their power to make it happen. My mom did by hand our own decoration, made sure that we had a beautiful party with many family members and at least one or two of the closest friends. She even found someone to record these moments at a time that having cameras or hiring someone to do this was quite expensive. She says I really wanted those parties, but I was a child, and children very often do not know what they want or they actually need. They tend to ask for the things that they see the other children having, because if other children are having parties, I should have them too, right? Well, it depends. It made sense back then, but it just doesn't anymore. I feel grateful for having these recordings and be able to see how I was as a child, especially because I have no memory of this. But I find parties very energy draining. They make me stressed, tired, anxious, and very nervous. And I can see now that the things that I recognize in my body these days were already there as a child. I did my best to play with the children, to dance, to interact and cut my cake as perfectly as possible, as the tradition says. But all that attention, the loud music, the long duration of the party was just too much for my little body. Dancing didn't feel natural. Whenever the camera was pointed at me, I felt uncomfortable. Cameras back then were that strange technology from the future that people were not used to have around. And I remember hating to take pictures. It took me many years to understand that I didn't really need a party to celebrate one more year of my life. Nowadays, when I think about celebrating a birthday, having a party never comes to my mind. Sometimes I just want to feel happy about surviving one more year in this crazy world. And I know a lot of people out there don't like to celebrate their birthdays. Maybe they don't feel comfortable with the attention either. Maybe they get nervous too. But I think life is so hard and we go through so many challenges every day. Your birthday is the one day or the period of the year that you should forget about all this and just do whatever you want, whatever makes you happy. Be spontaneous, be authentic, surprise yourself. Nobody needs to wait for anyone to make their birthday special. Make yourself special for at least one day. Now, going back to my birthday celebration in 2025, I had nothing planned for the day of my birthday. I just woke up and saw the beautiful sunny day outside. No alarm, no obligations, nobody expecting anything from me, just freedom. I went out for a walk to calmly absorb all the beauty around me and everything that I find amazing in this city. That day was all about myself and what I wanted to do in that moment, and that made me happy. I think last time I was here, it was during the duck race. I didn't really get to see the extension of the river and how beautiful the place was from close, because this was full with people. It was impossible to walk around the river. I was walking in the streets and I noticed this, which looks like a sculpture in wood, but apparently is a house for bees. Hollow tree trunk, natural habitat for bees. I find amazing how they take care of these things here. And going through this path, there's actually more bees. I'm gonna show. I'm not gonna get too close because I'm terrified by bees, but it's the box over there. My birthday is also a time to take care of myself. For so many years, I neglected my appearance, taking care of my body and my health because I was always too busy and exhausted with work, study, and life in general. So I thought it was about time to do something about my hair. Going to the hairdresser in Luxembourg can be quite expensive, so doing it by myself was a way I found to save money. Last time I tried to cut bangs, I was about 13 years old, and that experience didn't go so well as planned. Back then, there was no YouTube, but this time I'm prepared. I watched some videos teaching how to separate the hair, and I did my best with the tools that I had at home. So I just took a shower and I dyed my hair, so I used some color. Now we're going to part 2 of the haircut because I've been living here since October last year, so we are now end of May. That means I've been here for full 7 months, almost 8. And so far I never cut my hair, and it doesn't look so good anymore. So I've been watching videos on how to cut my hair in different levels, because I don't want to just do a straight cut. The bad thing is that I don't have a hair scissor, so that's why it didn't look so well when I was doing my bangs. Yeah, and I need to fix that later. But I'm gonna cut it anyway because I don't want to wait until I buy a proper scissor and then I'll do it for the next time. So I would say the result is much better than I expected, really. And I didn't really like to leave my hair like this before, you know. It was always loose because I didn't really like how I looked. And now I think it's great, you know. It gave a new, I don't know, new shape to my face. It just looks so much better. I'm happy about it. Two days after, I also received the visit of a friend who lives in another country, and we went for a small celebration in one of my favorite restaurants here, with some of my colleagues from work. But the last activity on my list, and by far the most fun one, was painting in the dark. This is an event organized in Luxembourg by a company called the Social Club. They have this among other activities like candle making, jewelry making, textured art, and so on. They provide all the materials and they put on some music for you to listen while you're painting. And they also serve some drinks and snacks. So it is this very fun and creative atmosphere. And I cannot describe how happy I get by doing this type of thing. I really liked the result of my painting with my little fox. So now, what about you? What are you going to do for your next birthday celebration? What is the one thing that would make you feel special and happy for being alive one more year of your life? I hope I can inspire you with some ideas with this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will see you again in the next story.